What's up, guys? This is mikeRowaeve, and I wanted to tell you about my Rad Config for Fallout 4 on the Steam controller. So just in case this does not publish to the workshop, I'm going to go ahead and run through everything I've done here. So left trigger and right trigger stay as what you would expect them to be. You got to remember that the right trigger is also the left click, because in this configuration, it does not send any joystick or gamepad output. It tells the game that this is your mouse and your controller. This is the only way you can use your mouse with this game, because Bethesda doesn't allow dual input. This is attack and left click, so say you're on the map, you're going to have to hold down that right trigger to drag the map around. This is how you pull your weapon up, pretty much the same, and you know, in general, that's how you attack. The bash, power attack / grenade is all on the right bumper, sprint is on the left shift, VATS is on the grip bumper, that's on the back side of the controller. Your favorites can be accessed by the right bumper on the back side of the controller. I tried to keep it consistent. This is all your attack and weapons related stuff. Of course, you can also put your stim packs and other things in there, but for, you know, in general, you access your weapons that way. And VATS is related to your action points, so I put that on the same side with sprint. I decided to keep sprint off of here because I always thought that pushing the joystick it's a little harder to press. Instead, clicking the joystick here will put you into sneak mode. And I decided to make that quick save. Start is what it usually is. All this stuff is what it usually is, with the exception of Y and A being switched, because Bethesda's favorite thing to do is to put jump on Y and A as use, which I always thought was weird. So here, for the joystick, I didn't just set it as a joystick movement. I set it onto a directional pad. Left these overlap directions on, and made the click action to sneak like I said earlier. But there's something else I did here, which I kind of got from, can't remember the YouTuber's name, but if you set the outer ring to invert and outer ring binding to C, and you can mess with this however you want, that just affects how far you got to push before, for it to be in this zone. So this will give you walking when you're slightly pushing on the joystick, and pushing it all the way will give you running as you normally would when you hold down W, A, S, or D. The mouse. So I keep the sensitivity right around here. I turn my acceleration on medium, that way if I move the thing faster, say I gotta turn around really fast, it'll actually be somewhat aware that I'm trying to turn around, you know? I turned the trackball mode off because I don't see the point in having it the whole, you slide it fast and it's still sliding, and it's really irritating to me. So I just went ahead and turned it off. So that being said, these things don't matter anymore. The haptics intensity is just, that's up to you. You can go in there and make it click a lot more if you want to, or make it click less. I just left it on low. And when you click, you use. It's the same as pushing E. I thought that was appropriate because sometimes you're going to be dragging your mouse on the screen. I was about to do it here, but you can't. Sometimes you're going to be dragging your mouse on the screen for dialogue, or the use button would just make sense. I mean, even if you're looking at an item, you don't got to move your hand down to Y. You can just click it and pick it up. Almost forgot about this. This is the gyro. I use it for tiny adjustments. As you can see, the sensitivity is low as hell on there. So I use that for tiny adjustments. No acceleration. I don't know what the point of having that on would be, because this is, again, for tiny adjustments. Actually, I'm going to turn this off because I don't need to feel all that clicking and stuff that it does. So all I did was set this to always on, because if you set it to any kind of button or whatever, it's going to be irritating to try and remember to hit the button or whatever. I already tried it several times. The best thing to do is just leave it to always on. It doesn't move that much to irritate you. It's really small adjustments. So I didn't mess with any of this either. I just left this on what it would have been if it was just the general setup. So nothing was changed there. So that is my configuration. If it comes up on there, it will be on mikeRowaev's Rad Config. Oh, another thing. So if you go to documents / my games / Fallout 4, you're gonna have to change something in Fallout 4 prefs.ini. Fallout 4 prefs.ini. You want to open that up with something like Notepad, or preferably Notepad++. Yeah, so you want to open that up in Notepad++ and set bGamepadEnable to 0. Otherwise, the game is going to keep thinking that you have a controller hooked up, which you do, but you don't want it to think that. So anyway, that's it for my Steam controller configuration for Fallout 4. If it's on the community, just go ahead and go to the community configurations and select it, set it up. It's under mikeRowaev's Rad Config, and if not, you can go ahead and copy what you see here. Thanks for watching.